Okay, time for some answer. In light of the Pierre brothers losing their life, or their lives, for their sister, I thought I'd come tell you a quick story and then we get into the rest. Years ago, I was dealing with a broad and we got into it. Because I'm a checker. That's what I do. I check niggas and bitches. Wherever you commit the offense, you will be arrested. You will be tried. You will be convicted and you will be. I'll leave the rest to your imagination. But that's just how I get out. So one day I had to check her picture. Her brother came over. And he came bitten, but I was a business man, and so he had to come a certain way, to kind of feel shit out a little bit. And when he came, I said something to him. I said, let me ask you a question. You come over here to check me, but you don't check your sister. He said, I did check my sister, nigga. I said, you whooped her? He said, what? I said, did you whoop her? Did you put hands on her? Or did you put that metal on her? I said, what the fuck you talking about? I said, nigga, because if you come around here to do that to me, but you ain't do it to your sister, and your sister don't listen to you when it come to me, who sounds stupid? And I'm asking you the same thing. You see, I told him, I said, hey man, if you can beat your sister, but you don't know if you can beat me, you know you can beat her. You know you can dog her and have your way with her physically because she can't stop you, but you don't know if you can have that with me. And you don't know if I'm prepared to get out with you the way you prepared to get out with me. So you either willing to kill me or die by me, but you don't want to kill your sister or die by your sister. Hold on, man. How about you check her first and then you come check me? Because for some strange reason, you seem to have favoritism for your sister. But I assure you, your sister gonna choose me before she chooses you. Did you catch it? He looked at me and turned his head, tilted his head like, what? His other brother was like, damn, he got a point. I said, yeah, I know. Hey, man, hold on. Let's postpone this for a week. I want you to keep your sister away from me for a week. Don't tell her we made this agreement. And if you can keep her away from me for 7 days, on the 8th day, nigga, get active. But if you can't keep her away from me for 7 days, you need to make a decision on me for your sister. Needless to say, me and that nigga became real good friends. I know. Whenever I would check his sister, he stayed out the fucking way because he realized he was about to lose something that he could not regain for a bitch that will not stop. I know. Most of you are imbecile because you were trained and conditioned to be. Your mama told you to protect her and your sister with your life. I need you to hear it. She told you to protect her decisions and your sister's decisions with your life. She said, I don't want to be responsible and accountable for my own decisions. I want you to be accountable and responsible for my decisions. She said, I don't even want your sister to be accountable and responsible for her decisions. I want you to be accountable and responsible for your sister's decisions. It sounds like a big brother complex. I know. Big brothers are taught to be husband figures to their mamas and sisters. But their mothers and sisters are not taught to be wife figures to anyone. I know. You don't catch it, do you? You see, the Pierre brothers went over to check that nigga, and that nigga killed them. But the sister lived. I'll say it again for you. They went over there to check that nigga. But that nigga killed them and let the sister live. Now, the dude is in prison. The brothers are dead. And the bitch is on the street waiting for the next nigga to do. She could have called the police. It would have been problem solved. She could have left. Problem solved. She could have not fucked with the nigga in the first place. Problem solved. She could have done a litany of things, but she did not. She wanted her to do what she wanted to do and not be held responsible and accountable. And they got killed. I know. Because they didn't know how to wait 7 days. And on the 8th day, they get active. They didn't even have the common sense to call the police for the bitch. Because they wanted to be her husband. They didn't have common sense to just say, come on, let's leave. Because they wanted to be the husband. They wanted to be the savior. They wanted to be tough guys. And tough guys get nailed to the cross. Tough guy. So, before you start jumping in your mama's shit, your sister's shit, your daughter's shit, just remember, you might not be able to beat him, or you may. You might not be able to kill him, or he may. He might be able to beat you, maybe not. He might be able to beat you, maybe not. You don't know. But what you do know is, you can't tell that bitch what to do, because she ain't gonna do nothing to tell it anyway. think your life is worth that. But maybe you do. Anywho, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get the conversation started. I'd like to know how silly shit that niggas do to make themselves look bigger than what they really are, bigger than smaller than what they are, somehow makes sense to them and to you. And until next time.
This is. Oh man, that was real good. That was deep. I'll say that. That was real deep. A lot of men need to hear this. You know, first thing that come to my mind is let me go to it. I think it's in the Apocrypha. Let's go ahead and get it. Where a man will lose his wits or something like that. Oldie but a goodie. It's the second Ezra 4. Just bear with me. Hold on, might be. That's what came to mind. If I can find it, let's go. Let's go to first address. Yeah, this it might be it. Yeah, I think this is right here. Bear with me, I'm gonna find it. Says, well, you know what? I'm gonna start here at 22. First Ezra 4 and 22. By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you, and pretty much, you know, talking about simps, mainly simps on this right here. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to a woman? You know, it's a difference between loving and simping. Simping is lusting. Loving a woman, that's your responsibility. That's your duty as a husband, as a man to your woman. You know, and vice versa. She ought to be that virtuous woman, you know, or at least be somewhat of a righteous woman that's going to do her duty, you know, for serving her man, being submissive, right? So it says here, yeah, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal, and then this case here to kill also. You know, with the what's those brothers' name? He just called the name out. Pierce brothers or whatever. The guy that he was talking about that went over to protect his sister and ended up getting killed behind his sister. You know. So again, it says, and go his way to rob and to steal, like I said, in that case, to kill, to sail upon the sea and up on the river, and looketh upon the lion, and goeth in the darkness, and when he hath stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth to his love. Wherefore a man love his wife better than father and mother. Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servant for their sake. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. So this can go for your big brother, your uncle, your father, your simp friend that been trying to get with you for years. They will fall in line and do whatever you request them to do when tears run down their eyes. when they upset. A lot of you Negroes, you know, I'm going to say Negroes, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American Indian, you don't ask, what did you do? How did it happen? And why you didn't call the authorities? Why you didn't tell the people that are fit and qualified to handle situations like this? See, a lot of you brothers, y'all don't think. You don't think that you can go to jail. You don't think that you can go to the hospital. You don't think that you can be in an early grave behind dealing or going in between a man and a woman business. They tell you that in Proverbs 30 and 18. And also, let me go ahead and give a prop to the brother that put this out. This is at Truth is Furious. The title of his lesson: Mind Your Business. That's my BITCH. You know, and he even said it in his video. You know, it's too many brothers and fathers and uncles in the grave behind trying to honor a emotional female that will not listen, you know, can't tell them what to do, but they expect you to be a soldier with and not giving no benefits, ain't giving no money, ain't even gonna cook you a damn meal. You know, she ain't gonna do none of that. I guarantee you, if the uncle or the brother or the best friend or even the daddy, because daddies are not honored as much as the father in this land. You know, and Lord knows when you hear a lot of these females, how bad they talk about their father, you know, this is a corrupt land, corrupt place to be in, ran by Esau. Uplift the woman, put down the man. I mean, look at the birthdays and Christmas gifts that a man get compared to the birthdays and Christmas gifts that the woman get. I mean, look at, and I don't mean to jump off subject, you know, whenever a young man in the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, boxing or whatever, who they always advertise and put in chunky soup commercials? Their mama. When have you seen a father in a commercial? You know, if he is in the commercial, his mama is in the commercial with him. You know, they always give the praise to the mother when the son do good or make it into the league or whatever. But when he do bad, where the father at? See, and this is part of Esau orchestrating, you know, his power in the earth. Put down the man, uplift the woman. Jeremiah 31:22. There'll be a new thing in the earth. A woman shall surpass a man. Not just in jobs, not just in power, but also having, you know, having society to believe and trust them over man. That's part of surpassing the man too. Because back in, you know, during the time of, you know, during the biblical days, old days, the man was highly respected. Then the woman. It's the order thing, right? You know, what's that, 1 Corinthians 11 and 2? The head of man is Himachiah, and the head of the woman is the man. But that honor, that respect of the man is out the window. You know, now you're supposed to honor and respect and cherish, take care, look after, no matter what, If somebody do something to your sister, your mother, your auntie, you supposed to crash out, go all out. You supposed to honor them way more than you do. You see the women, whenever there's a man getting hit on, getting attacked by a woman, how many women stand up and intervene and try to fight that woman from fighting that man? Like you do simp ass niggas, you know, don't know the reason why that man is laying hands on that woman. They don't care. They go in anyway. There's been videos where you see a guys and girls watch one guy almost got robbed by, I think, about 4 or 5 women. They were patting his pocket, going in the pocket, and guess what you saw, or guess what you heard online? A lot of laughing. But when that man couldn't get none of these women to stop these women from doing what they were trying to do to him, or some of these guys didn't bother to go, hey, y'all stop there, go in and try to keep the girl, you know, off of him to keep him from hitting them, they sat back and laughed. Then when he started defending himself, then here come these old lame ass, you know what, niggas want to come in and fight the guy. What type of shit is that? So in this society, the men, no matter what the women do, they uplift them, they protect them, no matter what they do. And this is going to very well stop. But the deal is, a lot of you women, you will have to go through Jacob trouble, getting your judgment, getting your payback. And it's a righteous payback when there's 15 guys, 20 guys running in and out of you, beating the mess out of you, because you choose the way of Esau. Esau protecting you also, and making you feel that you don't have to take accountability. If he hits you, he go to jail, you know. But let me stay on track, you know, because these, I think the Pierce brothers, Pierce brothers didn't ask their sister what happened, number one. Number two, you know, in the process of what happened, what did you do? See, and that's the thing that a lot of our women, Salakia. Let me put this up on here. And this is what a lot of our women don't want, you know, to face. They don't want to face, they don't want to take accountability for their action. They want you to feel that they are right, he's wrong, no matter what. Go in full force, get this guy. And a lot of you guys just programmed that way. You're not even thinking yourself. Just like the guy said, just like the brother said, they're not even thinking about calling the police to come over there. They're not even thinking about telling their sister, hey, get the things, let's, you know, stay at my place for a few days, whatever. You know, and I thank the Lord for my father. See, my father, he didn't go by emotion. And I got an older sister, 2 older sisters. And one of my older sisters was in an abusive relationship. And I'm sure she started probably more than half of it. I'm sure she did. And whenever there was an issue, she would call my father, and I would go over there with him to help my sister get her belongings and come from over there. Get over there, she dragging her feet, you know, she feeling some kind of way, she don't want to go. So that tells us a whole lot about the situation. You might have started, you didn't mean it, and you don't want to go nowhere. See, it would be fucked up if my father was emotional and we go over there and just like the Pierce brother want to be tough guys, don't know the situation, and end up being in the hospital, being in the grave or in the jail, trying to defend some woman that don't want to listen, she don't want to take accountability for her action. Why would you jeopardize your life behind a person that will not take accountability for their action? They are driven off emotion. I'm going to say this right here, and I truly do believe it, that when a woman called her brother, her uncle, her daddy to come get this guy because he hit you, you really don't want to call the police on them and have him to go to jail because you don't want him to leave, stay gone for a long period of time. You probably want him to get, hit a few times, beat up or whatever, and then he's still there with you. Because you know you can't handle him and you just want your lick back. See, guys, you got to think. You go over there and you try to fight this guy, and let's say that you did win. Then all of a sudden, like this man said, 7 days later, they back hugging and kissing, about to go on the trip because they finna go make up sex and all this and that. And you just got through getting your ass whooped. The next time you see him, it's going to be a very uncomfortable situation. You might decide you want your lick back, and y'all fighting again, and this time you got something else on you. Or he might have something on him, and there you go, somebody dead or in the hospital or in jail. And guess what she going to be at? She going to be with the next dick in the mouth. That's where she gonna be. She gonna be with the next dick in the mouth. And I know, hey, it's graphic, but hey, it is what it is. Cause they not caring about you getting hurt or even dying if anything happened. Like the Bible says, I find more wickeder than death the woman. That's wicked. She don't even she don't sit back and think, what if I call my brother or my father or my uncle or my simp ass friend that I can, that she can jeopardize these men's life, have them somewhere in the morgue. You know what she gonna do? Cry some crocodile tears and move on. No, be smart, man. Don't jump in something that you don't know anything about. And the brother went to Proverbs 30 and 18. It says there'll be 3 ways that are wonderful, and the 4th I know not. The Bible go in that particular scripture where the ways of an eagle soaring, pretty much, the way, I'm just paraphrasing, the ways of an eagle that fly in the air. As you watch an eagle, how it soars through the air, how wonderful, how Yahweh by Shema Shai created such a beautiful thing that can soar and fly in the air with no engine. That's a creation of the Lord. And the way of a boat that's in the sea. How the wave beat upside the boat. How the boat stay buoyant. You stay afloat and not go under. As it glide across, the water getting from point A to point B. And the way of the serpent. How it's, the way of the serpent on the rock. How it, sit on the rock and the sun is basking on his body. He's getting the heat from the sun because he's been in the water. the crafty ways of a snake. How he sit back and stay still and wait on the prey, and he strikes with his quickness, with his venom that deaden the prey, and he get it with his small body and eat something 2 or 3 times his size. That's the way of a serpent. We can see that. We know that. But the way of a man and his maid, you do not know. You don't know what made that man get mad at his maid, at his woman. You don't know what that man did to make his maid want to be, want to separate, from him. And if you jump in between a man and a woman, that rage is something that you really don't want no smoke with. Because every man, I don't care who it is, every man got an ego. And if you're going to try to jump in between, doesn't matter if the father, the uncle, the brother, the best friend, you can seriously get dealt with. It can go there extremely fast. You won't want no man to step in between you and your woman, because now when your woman see that another man is checking you in front of your woman now she gonna look at you like you ain't the man that I thought you were. All the name calling. Old dusty, weak ass, sorry ass. I ain't gonna say too much, because I got some foul words that I can throw out there, but I'm not. But you know how women can get down like that. Women can cut you deep with their mouthpiece. And that's one thing, a man don't want to be belittled in front of another man. Doesn't matter your father, doesn't matter your brother, whatever. Because the rage of a man, hey, he ain't gonna stop when you say, oh shit, I'm sorry. No, it's too late. Either he gonna unalive you or he gonna give you a good ass whooping. You might be in the hospital for a couple weeks behind that ass whooping. So it's best to mind your business. That's my BITCH. And I'm going to end it right there because I can go on and on and on. I don't want to make this here too long. How many minutes? Just 27 minutes? Something like that. I can hardly see it, from the highway and then looking down at the phone. But anyway, I'm going to end it right there with 28 minutes and 8 seconds. That'll be enough. You got the point. Shalom.